Good morning, everybody. I'm going to try to show you today how I put my books together. I get so many messages wanting to know how I do my books because my books have a different look than most books. There are a few out there that do them really grungy and really detailed like me, but not too many. So I'm going to try to show you how I do that, and I'm going to try to do some tutorials, but I'm just not set up for it right now. I'll see how this turns out. We're having trouble with the camera. My husband has tried to help me, but we're still having trouble. But we'll just see how it goes. And but I do want to start doing at least a weekly tutorial on something. And I want to try to have keep the books going. I have several started that are not spoken for. This one is spoken for. And what I do is start with a blank book. I put all the pages together. Just different kinds of pages, different sizes. Tissue paper, paper doilies, and then I antique everything because I start with a bare book, but I want to age the base pages of every book. Even though most of them will be covered up with something, I still want them, I want to know myself that they're totally done, right down to the core. And then I move to the cover because I can't do the inside of the book. I've always said, and this sounds kind of silly, but I've always said I let my books talk to me and tell me what they want to be. And I can't do that until I make the cover. The cover is what's going to give the book its original personality and its character. And so the book can't talk to you until it has its cover. And the cover is what inspires me to keep on going. I lay that book out at the end of every day that I'm working on it. And I'm constantly thinking about what am I going to do. So far I have 28 hours in this book. And I know I'll have at least 38 when it's done. And do you have any idea what that averages out as an hour? If we were working on a clock somewhere. This book sold for $175. So if I had 38 hours in it, I would average making about $4.60 an hour. That is half of minimum wage in most places. It's just ridiculous. You have to love what you do to do these books and to do them right. You have to really love making the books and not care that you're almost giving them away. Even at $175, that sounds outrageous for a book. It does to me. But 38 hours, or it may be 52 by the time I'm done. Who knows? We just don't know. This cover is not done. I was not satisfied with the cover, but it at least got me going. I have sketched out a cover using this image. And pretty much what you see here, I have sketched out an image with that, but I have added to it, and the cover is going to be fantastic. I'm pretty sure it will. But we'll see. But it is. I don't stop until I'm totally satisfied with everything that that I've done to a page. But I want to do these videos because I want to help those that want to make the grungy look. I want to do anything I can to help you. And that may not be much. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We may do a work along. I did that once before in August of 2019, I think. We made a book in a week, and that was lots of fun, and a lot of people made some really fantastic books, and they had the grungy look just like my book. But most important thing I believe that you need to make a good junk journal is a creative mind. If you don't have a creative mind, that's where you have to start. You have to train your mind to be creative, and you can do that by watching YouTube videos. Just anybody, whatever your style is, look for them on YouTube and watch a bunch of different people with that style and see how they make their books. Another thing that I think is important, and I'm not good at this at all, is the voice. I have watched videos where the voice was so draggy, I just wanted to cry. It was just so depressing. I don't know if they were trying to sound sultry, or if they were depressed and that's just their way. I don't know. And I don't like those videos where they're just so hyper. They sound like an auctioneer. And I tell you the truth, I sound like that sometimes because I am very hyper. But you just need an upbeat, you need upbeat videos. And there are people that don't want to talk in their videos. They want to just do flip-throughs. You know, just go like that. Not say anything. Just turn the pages. And that's not what your followers want. If you're wanting to grow your followers, they want to get to know you as a crafter and as a junk journal maker. And they're not as apt to follow you if they don't feel like they can connect with you. And the only way they can connect with you is if you talk to them. So I haven't grown much with my videos because, for one thing, we've been on a 6-month missing in action because it's just been health issues, one right after another. More than that, because our son-in-law had a heart attack, a massive heart attack last October, and he was just beginning to kind of come to the front, and my husband had one in February. So then we had his 2 heart attacks and open heart surgery and a kidney removed, and it's been a really bad circus the last 6 months or more. But things are coming around for him too, and he's doing really good. He walks a mile a day, and we won't go into all that stuff. He's doing really well. We're trying to watch the diet. And so I just haven't had time because my home and my family are number one. I have to, first they say God, home, and God, family, and home, and all this. But you have to really love what you do, and then you have to be able to find the time for it, and sometimes that's not easy. Let me see. I always want to make every journal look a little bit better than the one did before that. So, like the one I made last, I always say when I'm doing a video, when I make a book and I'm doing a video, I say, oh my gosh, this is my favorite journal I have ever made. And then I'll make another video of another book and I'll say, oh my goodness, no, this is my favorite journal I have ever made. So, and I did that last time on this book that just sold, and it's off to its new home. And I said when I was doing that, I said, oh, I love this book. It's one of my favorite journals I've ever made. And then I started this one, and I got into some other images that I hadn't used yet, and like that. That is from Designs by Corrine, and she's on a vacation or something right now. She's not on Etsy right now. But I went there the other day just because she has such unusual images, and I wanted to see what else she had added because it had been several months since I had bought from her. But that's what I do. I start with a base book. I stitch it together. That's usually what I do, stitch it together. And sometimes I've made a lot of these little books. You just punch holes in the sides, tear the pages, punch holes in the sides. These made small little books, but they sold like hotcakes. I cannot tell you how many of these books I made just like this. Lots of buttons and bows and lots of foo-foo, lots of Sweet Annie goes in them. Sari silk, creepy cloth, just everything that goes in the big books goes in these. But this is a smaller book, so it's a whole lot smaller price. Let's see. Somebody wanted to know how I grunge the pages, how I tatter the pages. Like this girl. Can you see? Let me pull it up. See how this is just kind of rippled and torn around the edges? What I do, the way I do it, I don't know if there's a way to do it, but what I do is I put the glue around the thing, and I use mostly Elmer's glue all. I have that Beacon 3-in-1, and I have that Bear, whatever it is, in the big white bottle that has the little bottles with it, and the little fine dispenser cap. I have all those, and I use glue, hot glue a lot. But what I really like is Elmer's glue all, because you just can't hardly do better than Elmer's glue all. Sometimes you need something that's going to grab it and hold it, like hot glue or the 3-in-1 Beacon. But I love Elmer's glue all best of all, and that's mainly what I use. So I put that on the back of the page. I antique the back of the page around the rim, so when you pull it over, it's still going to look scrungy and grungy and dark. and then you just start rippling it. It's very easy to do, and it will sometimes it will tear, but that's okay. This is a junk journal. It is supposed to look tattered and worn, and that's what it looks like when you do that. Let's see. Before I do a page, I sit down and study the page. I mean, I'll put a paper on there, like I put that as the back paper on top of my just white copy paper. So there's 2 or 3 doubles there, and I put that down, and then I put this one down over here. This is a smaller page under that. That's just white paper under there. So I decide, what do I want when they open the book? What do I want the book to do? When people go through my books, I want to have what you call wow pages, and I want them to turn the page and say, like, open the book. You know, that's a pretty cute cover. It's going to be a whole lot cuter, just hang on. But that's a pretty cute cover. And then you open the book, and this is nowhere near done. None of these pages are done inside. None of these pages are done inside. They're only based and clipped with different images and things that I'm going to do. And then I have a lot of work to do on each page. But when they open the book to the front cover, I want them to look at that and say, oh my goodness, wow, what a beautiful front of a book. This book is going to have a pocket on the inside, right here. So, and then, you know, they'll keep on going through the book, and they'll turn, and they'll, oh, wow. When you see what I do with that page, you just won't believe it. And when they get to that page, I want them to look at that and say, oh, wow, I thought that other one looked good. Well, this one, oh my gosh. How does she do that? That's what you want people to say about your books. How does she do that? But here's the thing. My daughter has a saying. She follows Zig Ziglar. She follows any motivational speaker. You can't hardly get around her without her spouting a motivational quote. But her main quote right now is, you can get anything you want if you help others get what they want. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want my motto to be. I don't know of anything I want. I've got the world on a string hanging by a rainbow. Don't have any money, but I have love and a home, a roof over our heads. Our family's all pretty well okay, in spite of the heart attacks, but everybody's doing good. But I just love it. I just love doing it. I'm going to turn 79 in November, and I just love doing these books. That's one thing about homemaking. You'll never retire. My husband's been retired 25 years. But I will never retire, because there will always be dishes. There will always be a bed to make. There will always be laundry to do. There will always be picking up and dusting and vacuuming and sweeping and all that stuff to do. And I do all of that stuff every single day, because I'm a fanatic about the house. And I'm not a perfectionist by any sense of the word, but I'm a fanatic about it. I don't want dishes in the sink. I don't want them on the counter. I don't want stuff sitting around. If we're done with a dish, it goes to the kitchen, it goes in the sink, I wash it right then and put it away. That's just the way I like to do things. And where was I going with that? Oh, I get excited about selling the books because I've always been a stay-at-home mom. And that's all I ever wanted to be when in school, you know, and you all have been through there. Even if you're a baby boomer, especially if you're a baby boomer, you remember back when they used to say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And all the little girls would say, I want to be an airline hostess or stewardess or whatever. And I want to be a nurse. I want to be a teacher. You know, I want to be a lawyer and all this stuff. And I always said, I want to be a wife, mom, and homemaker. So I got my dream job, and I work it like I'm being paid big, big money. But the thing of it is, homemakers don't have a 401k at the end of your, when you get to your old age and getting toward the end of the line, there's no 401k laying there waiting to send you to Hawaii or some exotic thing. So I do get excited about selling the books, but I don't do it for the money. I do it because it just makes me feel good. I love creating these books. I like starting with a piece of paper and putting another piece of paper with it, and maybe add an old ad in there, and then socking some brown wrapping paper in there, and maybe a paper doily, and just anything, tissue paper, just I put all kinds of stuff in my books. If you've got one, you know that. I put sticks out of The Secret Garden, a little stick that's about 3 inches long. I wrap it in jute, just some of it in jute, put a little bit of, what is it? Spanish moss on it, maybe stick a couple of tiny acorns or something in there. I stick those things in my book. I put nature in my books, and that's the way I want them. That doesn't appeal to a lot of people. That's okay. They don't have to buy them. Nobody else does either. It's okay. I collect a lot of stuff. Rocks, buttons, you name it. Sticks with a curly little twist. It's just, the list is endless. Linens, vintage linens, all kinds of stuff. But with the job of homemaker, you're just so blessed. I am, and I just don't care about the money, but I also don't want to put 52 hours in a book and then give it away, because I don't have to sell the book, and if nobody wants to buy it, that's okay. I'll put it, I've got a stack of books across the piano, books that you all have sent me, made for me, and just sent them to me, just gifted me, and they're beautiful, beautiful books, and I've got a few, I maybe just have 1 or 2 up there that I've made myself, just smaller books. But there's just so much that you can do. We do have a junk journal group. I'm going to wrap this up. We have a junk journal group, and it's just going back active after this missing in action from me, and we are very active right now. It's Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. Type that in. Send us a request to join. You'll have to answer a few questions, but we'll get you in there. And we share things every day. You can sell your books on my page in our group. You can ask questions, any kind of questions, and if nobody else will tell you, if I have the answer, I'll tell you, because I'm big on sharing. I love to share, love to help people. So anything, any questions you have, all you have to do is ask. Let's see, I think that's it for today. This is just another one that when my husband was down, I just made some books when I was just sitting at the love seat. You know, and he was napping. I was just sitting there, didn't want to go anywhere, didn't want to get out of the room. So I just sit there and put some little books together. I've done some of these back in the fall, and they just sold like hotcakes. So if any of these appeal to anybody, and anybody wants to jump on one, you can have any theme, any size, any price range, whatever you want. But these, you get what you pay for, I will say that. The books start at $45. Right now, the smallest I have is $45, and it's called A Little Bit. And I don't have one of those to show you, but I have an order for one. I'll have one on video soon. So that's going to be it for today. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up. I will get better at these videos. Today was pathetic, I can tell already, but I don't have time to do it over. But the main thing is, let's just work together and help each other. The best thing we can do is bend down and lift somebody else up. So if there's somebody that likes your style, don't hate to tell them. There's no competition in this. There's thousands of people doing this. What is it going to hurt to help one little person? One person. It isn't going to hurt anything. So if somebody has questions for you, don't be stingy. Oh, these are the 2. I was wanting to do these next, but I'll see when I can work them in. I haven't done an altered book yet, and I'm so anxious to do those, and I'm going to do those, and I'll get on those as soon as I can. I have one more order after this for a little bit book, and then I'm open for anything. If y'all see anything you want, or you know of anything you want, just give me a shout on Facebook, Kay Comer on Facebook, and join our grandma group, Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. Give me a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to get off here and quit running in circles and jabbering like a magpie. And I hope you all have a super duper grand and groovy day, and I hope you get a little kindness and spread a little kindness absolutely everywhere you go. Love and hugs.